Alright gamers, let's talk about Bloodlust. If you haven't seen it yet, Behavior released a memo today stating that this weekend they will be turning off Bloodlust Friday through Sunday. Just a test, just to see how it goes, how the game performs. First, let me just start by reading their memo. This weekend, Bloodlust will be temporarily disabled on the live version of the game. Why? Bloodlust was originally introduced as a means to help the killer catch up to survivors at strong window loops. At the time, these loops were safe enough that the survivor would gain a significant amount of distance each time they vaulted the window, making it impossible for the killer to catch them. Since then, we've made great strides in identifying these loops and tweaking them to avoid those situations. As a result, Bloodlust has become a contentious mechanic where many believe it's no longer necessary. In order to better understand the effect Bloodlust has on the game in 2020, we will be disabling the mechanic on PC and consoles for the course of this weekend. I can't help but smile when I read that. This will allow us to gather feedback and data on Bloodlust and see what kind of effect it has on matches in a real-world scenario. This test only disables the Bloodlust mechanic. References to Bloodlust will still appear in the game, thus Beast of Prey will not activate as a result. So originally, way back in the day, Bloodlust was created because there were legitimate infinites in the game that could not be countered with anything other than Bloodlust. I'm talking about Shack having two windows inside, both of them open, with no entity blocker. You can vault it as many times as you need to in a chase. We're talking legitimate, you could run that loop for 3 hours and never catch the survivor unless something like Bloodlust was implemented. That's why it was put into the game. Since then, as I said in this memo, pretty much every infinite has been reworked, retouched, removed, cut out, or just fucking band-aided with a breakable wall. So without these infinites in the game anymore, a lot of survivors are claiming that, well, Bloodlust just isn't necessary anymore. So what does this mean for DBD? Well, I will say this weekend should be very exciting. I'm really curious to see the outcome of the test and see what the numbers look like and see what kind of information they learn. I really hope they share that with us. I think some of the issues with removing Bloodlust, some 110 killers will really be punished. Like playing Huntress on Larry's will be miserable. Really, any killer playing Haddonfield will be miserable. So I'm really excited to see where they go from here. Really excited to see what sort of changes they make. To see what I really hope they're very transparent with the information that they glean from this experiment. I really want to know the numbers. I really want to know what numbers they're looking for, and I want to know what numbers they get, because I'm very curious. I honestly am of the opinion that I don't think they should remove Bloodlust from the game. I think that they are doing it as a test to test the extremes and see how it works, but I don't think they plan on removing Bloodlust at any point. In my opinion, you should remove Bloodlust 3 completely, scale back Bloodlust 2 by 30-40%, and keep Bloodlust 1 the way it is. With these numbers, I think that's where you can really reach the healthiest state of the chase. Because let's face it, there's gonna be some maps that are really unplayable without the ability to gain any sort of Bloodlust. My mind instantly goes to the middle of Suffo Pit. You can link 4, 5, 6 windows together in the middle of Suffo Pit, and if you can't get Bloodlust there, that's just going to be a nightmare to deal with, especially as a 110 killer. Now for me, this doesn't really affect me at all because I play Blight 90% of the time I play Killer, so Bloodlust isn't really something that applies to me very much, but it is what it is. Not everybody plays Blight. Some people like to play other killers, and some killers don't have an ability that can help them in the chase, and they need something like Bloodlust to help them. So all in all, I'm very excited for this weekend. Very excited to see how it goes, and I hope that Behavior remains very transparent with us, because I think that this will be a very interesting experiment for sure. So let me know what you guys think. If you play both sides, either side, just one side, let me know what you think about Bloodlust, if you need it, if you hate it. One thing I see a lot of people saying is that they should update all their maps before they remove Bloodlust. I need you guys to keep in mind this is only a test. They're only doing it for 3 days. This doesn't mean they have any plans to remove it in the near future, even in the next 6 months. They don't have, it's just a test, just to get some information, take a deep breath, relax. Bloodlust won't be gone. You'll get it back on Monday, and you can go back to getting your kills. Let me know if you guys play Killer Survivor, your thoughts, what maps you think will need it, what maps you think you don't, what direction you think this game is headed. Talk to me. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear more opinions on this. Just scrolling through that replies on that DBD post and they are looking pretty bad, you should give every killer built-in brutal strength. All the maps should be updated first. This is the reason matchmaking times are so bad. Is this a joke? Like, people are upset. And I think if they just give it some time and relax a little bit, they'll realize that this isn't that big of a deal. So hit the comments, guys, and let me know what you think. Let me know what to expect, and if you guys plan on playing this weekend, okay? Until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.